Hey everybody, my name is Monkeypuzzle and welcome to episode number 16 of Rise of the Resonant Monkeys on our little server where catdogpigduck and I are playing Resonant Rise 3 and having a very good time. So, time for another episode. Let's do it. So, I'm standing here down deep below my little island center where I have my applied energistics Emmy network, and all my stuff is just right in there. Amazing as that is, I've made a few improvements here since the previous viewers have seen it last. Up on the roof, I've stuck a bunch of deep storage cells up here. I've got 12 so far, and it's all networked into the Emmy network with its own dedicated dense cable here. So we can add up to 32 of these guys, no problem. And that is allowing me to have enough room in here. This is all still 4K storage cells in here, and I was able to defragment my hard drives after this, and it's still just working on the first two ME drives of the 4K cells right here. So yeah, that's where everything is going. And today I had said I was going to do a little bit of Botania and start the bees, but you know, I didn't feel like bees today, and I was going to need to make some terra steel and make the rod of terra firma. I think we're going to do that next episode, because today I felt like getting to something kind of flashy and fun, and so I was looking at Draconic Evolution. I've got my mining still going on in the nether. Haven't done a ton of it, but it's still going on. I'm up to 126 draconium ingots, and I went ahead and made this Draconic Evolution information tablet. And if we look that up, let's just look up tablet here. It is just made by putting a little pile of draconium dust between 8 pieces of stone. And this is the guidebook, the manual. You can probably tell I had to change my GUI. I had to make it a little bit smaller because this thing, when you click on it, takes up a little extra space. So all my stuff is going to be a little bit smaller. Hopefully you can see it all right. If you can't, let me know. I can raise it up again when we're not working on Draconic Evolution and looking at all this stuff. But in here in the index, you can look all this stuff up. And the thing that I most wanted to make is all the way down here at the bottom. It's the energy storage multi-block, and it's just the flashiest thing in here. It's this Bucky Fuller cube, or not cube, excuse me, sphere of energy storage, and there's 6 tiers, I think. The small one here holds 45.5 million RF, and then you can cover it with some draconium blocks, and that holds 273 million RF. If you compare that to a thermal expansion energy cell, a resonant energy cell, the max storage there is 80 million RF. So we've got a little bit more than 3 of those in there. And we could make this tier right now, except for one thing, which I'll show you in a second. But here's tier 3, more draconium blocks. And then tier 4, got some redstone and then draconium blocks. Tier 5 is even more of that, and then tier 6, tier 7, excuse me. You can see, nice little animation is redstone, draconium blocks. So that's pretty crazy, but that is really cool looking. I may not need to make it that big, but problem is, to make this, we're gonna need to make back here, the energy core. Let me see this. Let me find it. I know I just saw it. There it is. The energy core. So to make this, I got to make this wyvern core and these wyvern energy cores. So wyvern cores, all these different cores over here. Let me see. We've got the draconic core, the wyvern core. These are basic building blocks for a lot of this stuff. And then way down here somewhere, you've got the awakened core, and you got to do a whole ritual with the dragon heart and stuff to do this. So this mod necessitates going into our end and killing the dragon, but you can resurrect him as many times as you want, apparently, which is going to be pretty cool, although he gets a little harder each time, which also might be kind of cool. But anyway, the Draconic core we could make right now. It's like that. But the Wyvern core, you need a nether star. And I have not killed the Wither yet at all. And to kill the Wither, I'm going to need some more Wither skulls. So far, I have one. So there's always like steps before steps before steps in modded Minecraft for all this stuff. And I could just make a cleaver and go run around in the nether like I've done several times in the past and just spend a lot of my time cleavering the wither skeletons. And I've done that. It's fine. It takes a lot of time. I think I've done that challenge. I want to make just a grinder this time that makes the wither skeletons. And I was going to go and grab one of those skeleton spawners from somewhere out there, and a couple places actually, under those witchery hay bale totems. I've got some skelly spawners that I hate to standing still while I'm talking to you, but I don't also want to be one of those guys that like runs around all the time either. Anyway, I was going to take one of those skeleton spawners and stick it in the nether and do that, but then that would only be good for that. And, you know, I have resisted the Mine Factory Reloaded auto spawner for a while now because I think it's kind of OP. And then what I did instead is I made the Cursed Earth from the Cursed Earth ritual and put that under a spawner, and then they just spawn automatically like that. But, you know, when I think about it, that's even more OP than the Mine Factory Reloaded spawner because it doesn't use any energy or any mob essence or anything. It's just free. So actually at this stage, going back to the Mine Factory Reloaded auto spawner will actually be more balanced. So I'm going to do that. And to do that, I want to get into another mod that I've been wanting to get into for a very long time. And that is compact machines. These seem really cool. Each one of these is a little pocket dimension, kind of like my little Spectre dimension I made from random things, but these are a bit more utilitarian, and you can pump things in and out of them, and they're all based around this world resizing cube. And the cube has 6 of these, one for each face of a cube, these world resizing interfaces. And you need to make an atom shrinking module and an atom enlarging module. So we're going to need 6 of these. See if they stack. They do. And going back to it, we're going to need, let me see, we're going to need 6 of these. So let's go ahead and make those as well and throw them back in. So the biggest one of these, the maximum sized one, takes a bunch of nether stars. And we don't have that yet, obviously. If we didn't want to have 1, we certainly don't have 8. So we're going to have to make the next size down, which is the giant machine. That we can do with 8 diamonds. Diamonds are not a problem. So let's go ahead and finish making the cube. And for some reason, oh, right, because I didn't finish making these. So let's go ahead and do that. Make all 6 of those. Throw them back in. And then go ahead and go back to here. Now we can do that. So we've got our world resizing cube. And if we take it and surround it with diamonds, there we go. We have a giant compact machine. Now to get in here, I've never done this before. So to get in here, I'm pretty sure we have to make one of these personal shrinking devices that looks like a little Game Boy. So we got to make 2 more of these. So I actually should have made 8 of them. Let's go ahead and do that and go back here and make that. 2 more of these. Make those. Throw them in. And then make those. Okay, so we got 2 more. And now we can go ahead and make the personal shrinking device. And that is the thing that gives you entry into here. So let's see. Let's put that down. I'm going to just put it back here. If you look with my wrench here, I've already got a whole line of item conduit down here. I'm not sure why it's broken like that. That must have been an update or something like that I was putting chests on when I was importing stuff into the system. So here I can go straight into an ME interface for items to store them. And I've got power coming right over here. So I got 2 of the things I'm going to need to do this. So let's just throw this down. And I think we just right click on here with this. And we go in. No? Yeah, yep. Okay. We're dirt screening. So let's see. Here we are. All right. So that saves me a whole bunch of digging out somewhere. So this one is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wide. That's pretty good. And we'll need a 9 by 9 space inside here. It's going to be hard to do 9 by 9 and still get up and down. Actually, I can do that. I can do that in here. And then when we get enough of the wither or the nether stars, excuse me, I always want to call them wither stars, but they're nether stars, of course. And once we get enough of those, we'll make this even bigger and we'll move everything over. But this is pretty cool. I like it. It's a little claustrophobic, but if I want out, I think all I have to do is click on the side, or maybe I need to click with this. Yep, that's it. So we've got a big old giant room that I'm going to build a grinder in. But before I do that, there was one thing from Draconic Evolution. Well, there's more than one thing, but there is one thing I saw right away that I want, that I can make right now. So there's a device in it called the weather controller, and it only takes a draconic core, and we can go ahead and make that right now. So ta-da, here is our first little item from Draconic Evolution, and if we throw that in there, I think we may have all this other stuff. We can make a weather controller, and this can make the rain go away, which is just awesome, because it just rains all the time here. It's like rains every other day in Minecraft here. So it gets fueled by emeralds as far as I read. So I don't have a ton of emeralds, but I guess I have enough to cycle the rain off 64 plus 66 times. And one other thing we need to make this work is a rain sensor. Project Red has one, but Draconic Evolution has its own. I don't think I have any weighted pressure plates yet. So let's make a bunch of those. And then we can go ahead and make this. So there is our rain sensor. So let's go on up to my little HQ up here. And I'm going to set this up here, I think. And I don't think it needs RF. Maybe it does. I'm just going to put it somewhere over here. And then I was thinking that we could put the device down below. But just for now, let's just put it right here and see what happens. So let me see. Oh, I made another bag of holding for projects, because my other one is just all full of personal items already. So when it rains, this should give this a redstone signal. I don't know if I needed that second piece or not. Let's right click on here. And yeah, we want to turn rain off. So we put emeralds in there, and that only gives it 10 charges. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to have to come up with a source of emeralds pretty soon too. I think the villagers are going to have to help me out with that. But we'll get there. So if it rained, this would turn it off. So let's just make it rain, because I want to see how this works. So let me see. Let's do weather rain. I actually have never done the command to turn the rain on. Okay. So this should sense it. Whoa! Oh yeah. Yes. I love it. That's fantastic. And oh, it only used 1 emerald as far as I could tell. Okay. Well, that's great. So I guess each emerald gives 10 charges. So that's fantastic. That will actually go a long way. So there we go. We can turn the rain off right now. And that is, you don't know. So there we go. The solution, our first Draconic Evolution device. It's not a sword. It's not fantastic armor. It's not holding trillions of RF. It just turns the rain off. But it does it with style. I like that. Whoever did this mod, I'm excited to see the rest of the stuff, if that's the aesthetic, because that was pretty cool. All right, so that's done. Officially, we have started Draconic Evolution. And, okay. hesitated a second there. And then let's go ahead down here again, and let's work on building the mob grinder in here in the compact machine. Oh, look at that. When you click on it, you get this little GUI here too. And I don't know how to use that, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But I know if you connect stuff to these sides that fit in with the stuff on the inside, if you get the faces right, that tells you that's the south side, that's the west side. That's very cool that you can pump through things through these little interfaces. So let me see. I'm going to have to build the Mine Factory Reloaded spawner. So let's do that. Let's just do spawner. I forget where the hyphen goes. It's this one right here. So that's easy enough. We've got that. We're going to need mob essence for it. So to do that, and we're also going to need to collect XP as mob essence. So we'll need a sewer. And oh, I have 3 already, so that's great. And then I'll also need the sewer upgrade. So it's these ones down here. And we want to increase the radius by 4, I believe. I think that would make it a 9x9 cube. So let's make that. And that's our radius increase. And then to make mob essence, we're going to need to drop the essence berries, which I have a ton of right now. If we sort by that, there's definitely a deep storage unit dedicated to concentrated essence berries. So we're going to need an autonomous activator to do that. So let's make that. And that is going to right click on the essence berries. And then what else are we going to need? I already made a bunch of these conveyor belts. So that's done. And let me see, what else are we going to need? I'm going to need some blocks to decorate things in there and kind of confine the spawning space. So I'm going to make this paintbrush from Extra Utilities, which I haven't done before because I wanted to use these Whoa. Oh. It must have been raining. I was like, what's going on? Good job. I was like, what the heck is that? I had no idea. Hello, Nautiluses. Okay, back to it. So yeah, the paintbrush, because I wanted to make these hex blocks from chisel. And to do that, I want to make this red one. And let me see, this is the basic hex block. And I think to get the color, I have to pick a colored block of coal, I think. And so I'm going to go ahead, or maybe it doesn't matter what block of coal it is. Actually, maybe it's just a block of coal, and then I can turn it into any one of those. That's right. Okay, I was going to color the block of coal, but no. So coal, I don't think we have coal blocks yet. So we'll use that for later when we do want to color coal blocks. But for now, let's do that and that and that. Okay, and we'll put those in there. And then I can go back to making the hex plating block from chisel. So there we go. We'll make a bunch of those. And then if I get my chisel out, which I think I made a chisel already, haven't I? Yeah, I do. Of course I did. How could you not have a chisel? If we go ahead and put these in here, do we get to pick all the colors? We do. Excellent. So those look pretty groovy, these ones, but let's just go ahead and make the straight hex ones like that. And I'll just change the rest of these. Maybe I'll try one of these just to see what it looks like. Let's see. How are those? Oh, these are big ones. I see. And then these are smaller ones. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like those. And they do a little glowy animation pattern. Right on. And then one more thing I'm going to need to make for this project is I'm going to need a cleaver. And I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, but I just wanted to show you as far as choices go for materials. I was looking at all the various damages they do, and the one that does the most, or the second to the most, is the Draconic Cleaver. So apparently you can use Draconium in Tinker's Construct, which is pretty cool. The only one that's better is the Awakened Draconic Cleaver, but we're not anywhere near ready for making Awakened Draconium yet. So let me grab some of my ingots, And I'm not sure exactly how many this is going to take, but let's throw 16 in here. All right. And see what we can do with that. So that's pretty cool. That will tie the mods together. All right, so I'm going to make the cleaver. I'm going to put stuff together inside the compact machine. Just for interest of time, I'm not going to do it on camera. And I'll bring it back to show you what I've put together. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, not quite there yet. I just want to show you guys this, that the draconium ingots melted into molten draconium, which is great. But then when I try to make parts out of it, it does not work. And I've also tried it over here in the part builder with just putting the draconium in there. And that doesn't work either. So if you guys know how to make that work, I know it's from Extra Tinker's Construct that works. And there it is, right there. I'm just not sure how to make the parts. So let me know if I'm doing something wrong, or maybe it just doesn't work yet and I can't do that. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and use Manulin, which I have plenty of, and make the thing with that. So there it is. Oop, I didn't need one of those. I need one of those. Okay, see you soon. One other little note is I just realized that Iguana Tweaks is not letting me modify the tool. I'm not able to add ender pearls and obsidian for beheading. And I also can't add the energy cell to make it flux powered. So that's a little problematic. We're just going to have a regular old cleaver with a 20% chance to behead, which is better than most tools, but I could get it up a lot higher if it let me modify it. So that's a little bit of a little kink in my plans, but we'll just get fewer heads, but oh well, it'll work out. All right, so now I know what that is. Boom, boom. Go away, rain. I'm going to go in here and get to work, and I will show you what I did this time. Aha. Here's one. Gotcha. And this guy is one of those sheepmen. Turn on Wayla. Sheepman Smith. Wow, if I click on you, can I trade with you? Huh. Interesting. Some of these guys you can click and trade on, but this guy, I'm not exactly sure how to use it. He's got a big anvil on his back. All right, back to work. I'm actually going to grab a second one of these guys. So let's check out what I did in here. First, from the outside, on the top and the bottom, I've got connections going on. So right now, I've got power coming in the top, and I've got power going in the bottom as well, and items coming out of the bottom. And those items go straight into an ME interface, so they go straight into the ME system. I don't have essence going in yet, but we'll work on that later. So let me see. Let me click on this and go on inside. And you can set your spawn point in here by shift right clicking with your Game Boy. So I spawn in right here. Otherwise, I was spawning downstairs. But you can see what I've done. I took those cool looking chisel hex blocks and I kind of framed the thing in, and we got some glass on top so we can see what's going on. We got the auto spawner hanging right there. And then up here, I've got couple things going on over this sewer. One is I've got this autonomous activator full of essence berries, and if I let it turn on, it starts right clicking on things and it's dropping the essence berries. Well, it makes XP orbs out of the essence berries by right clicking, and those go into the sewer here, which is turning them into mob essence, and that's getting pumped into this one right here, which feeds into the auto spawner. These tanks here, they're a buffer. These are set on in out. So if this one gets full, these ones can fill up, but they can also draw from these to go into that one. So that one gets priority. And then from here, we've got a pressurized fluid conduit coming from downstairs, where the XP orbs from the kills will be collected. And right there is a shower, an XP shower, that can also go into the sewer. So you can add, basically you can add XP through the essence berries through here, and eventually I'll automate that coming in from the ME network, but it also creates its own mob essence from below, which you can get down to in the corners right here. So I've got it channeling off to the corner here. They get put into this little chamber with the reinforced, it's hardened glass from thermal expansion, and some fans blowing them into this corner right here. I made this 2 by 2 instead of just 1, so they won't get jammed up when they're trying to fall in there, but they should get blown into this corner. And in here, I've got the cleaver now, the manual cleaver, which I couldn't add anything to, so it might take a couple hits to actually kill them, but that's left clicking and it's on, and it's getting power from the conduits that's coming in from below. So that's pretty cool. And then over here, we've got the vacuum hopper that's set to put items and XP into here. The items should get pumped out, and this is inserting the items into this interface. So hopefully they'll get picked up easily on the other side, which is then auto extracting. I set this to auto. You can also do disabled, importing, exporting, and auto. So maybe now when I look on it from the outside, right click on it, I'll see in the GUI what the different faces are doing. And then the liquid XP gets picked up here and sent back up to where I showed you. I couldn't put sewers directly under them because I can't excavate the floor, so I'm sort of limited by the space we have here. So that's it. I just got to turn the fans on, and they kind of blow me around in here too. I think if you sneak, no, it blows me regardless. So this I don't have set to auto repair right now. I can't because I couldn't have added the flux to it, but hopefully the manual thing will take so long that it will be fine. Anyway, I don't have to leave this on forever. So now all we got to do is add one of these wither skeletons into there. And I probably could set up an automated way to do this, but I haven't yet. So we're just going to kind of hover down here and click on it. So we need to spawn exact copy. Otherwise, it's going to make just plain skeletons, I think. So let's try it and see what happens. Now, hopefully, it should work. There's enough space in here. And I think it had everything it needed. Can I click on it from here? No. But I don't see anybody spawning yet. Let's go check it out. It's got energy. It's doing the work. But it's taking a long time for some reason. I wonder why it's taking so long. Is it just not getting enough energy through here? Maybe there's a limit on how much energy that can come through the interface. I might need to set up some energy cells in here, or maybe just a tesseract. I wanted to pump it in directly, but yeah, it looks like it's just letting the RF through in just little bits. There we go. I heard a guy spawn. Why aren't you getting pushed? Oh, because you're tall and you're stuck under there? Is that what's going on? I forgot about that. I put this 2 off the floor just like you would a regular spawner, but these guys are a little bit tall. Or maybe he's after me. There we go. I'll just help him out. And he got killed. And who knows if he dropped anything. But it sounds like I need to get a tesseract to get this going really well. Unless you guys know of a way that this won't limit the power so much. Yeah, on this block here. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the way I set it up or if it's something to do with this interface. Maybe we could just set this to, no, not there, but here. What if this is just import? Oh, that looks better. Let's see how that goes. This guy is fighting the current. Come on, man, give up. You can do it. go on down in there. And so any items from this is just going to show up in my ME system. So I'll just have to check on the accumulation of wither skulls. There we go. It takes them a minute. Okay, there's the next guy. They're spawning a little slowly. But hopefully I can figure out how to do that. I'd probably just tesseract in here. Although it seemed like I'd figured out the power issue. And also the conveyor belts aren't doing a very good job of getting them in here. I'm going to get the tesseract and see what that does. Actually, I might have one on me. I do. Look at that. So we'll just add that right here to the power supply. Like that. And this is Monkey. And it's receiving energy. That's good. And maybe I need more power. Seems like, oh, I am running a quarry right now too. That might be part of it. And the quarry might be using up a lot of the energy as well. And I'm smelting all the ores and everything. So it might be time to upgrade my big reactor. But you guys see what I did? I'll definitely refine it. And I turned the quarry off and stopped smelting everything. Hopefully I'll get more power coming in here. But this wasn't it, so that wasn't the problem. So we can take that back off, and we can put this back on, and then hopefully these guys will start fighting things. I wonder if they're sensing me? No, they just have a mind of their own. They'll end up in there eventually. I think these compact machines are automatically chunk loaded, so this will always be active. But yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? So here in our little pocket dimension, we've got our little wither skeleton grinder, and hopefully by the next time I see you, we'll have plenty of skulls and we'll be able to kill the wither a bunch of times. Maybe set up some nifty way to do that, and then we'll be able to make more of that cool Draconic Evolution stuff and whatever else that we need the nether stars for. So anyway, I am still Monkeypuzzle. I'm here with my head against the ceiling, and I'm going to sign out here in my little compact machine. Hope you guys liked this episode. Thank you for watching until the end, and I will check you later. Bye-bye.